Dad was just of that generation where it's just like he was Clint Eastwood, and less is more. Simple grunts is how he communicated.
A shocking development that few saw coming has rocked Hollywood. Marvel's decision to dismiss Ryan Reynolds from the upcoming Deadpool film. The prevailing rumor is that controversies involving his wife, Blake Lively, played a significant role in this unexpected move. Many are drawing comparisons to the prolonged saga surrounding Amber Heard, with both stars' careers taking unexpected turns as their personal lives and legal issues became public fodder. In this case, Blake's legal troubles and conflicting statements seem to have pulled Ryan into the firestorm, ultimately costing him the role that had made him an iconic figure in comic book cinema. To understand how a top-tier actor could lose a signature franchise, we must examine the chain reaction set off by Blake's allegations, claims that some say have since been discredited, especially after revealing text messages and the abrupt exit of her attorney. At first, no one could have predicted that Blake's personal drama would spill over into Ryan's Deadpool career. The earliest signs of trouble were not linked to Marvel, but rather a new project Blake had signed on for under a rising director in Hollywood. The film, initially praised for its heartfelt storytelling potential, seemed like a perfect fit for Blake. With her warm on-screen presence, she was thought to have the potential to build a loyal fan base. The parallels to Amber Heard's early career were quickly noted, with observers recalling how Heard, once seen as an actress with significant potential, became better known for her off-camera controversies and legal battles. As filming progressed, rumors about behind-the-scenes tension, script changes, and creative conflicts began to leak. Reports suggested that the director and Blake were involved in frequent disputes, which raised questions about her control over the film's direction. Blake seemed to be pushing for adjustments to the script and her public appearances, even claiming that the entire production was turning against her. This conflict gained attention when fans began sympathizing.
We always tease each other. He was, after I gave birth, he was like, oh my gosh, if I lost you and I, went to the park with our 3 kids, I mean, think of the ladies I can. Like, this is a horrible thing to say. And he's like, I mean, I've got a long list. And I was like, oh really? Because I just have one on my list. I didn't have anyone on my list.
And then it wasn't funny anymore.
No, it's so much more of a burn. He's like, wait, who? And I was like, think of someone. Bob Newhart.
With Blake, thinking her portrayal as a female lead was unfairly managed by the male-dominated film industry. However, as the situation unfolded, things began to change. The first wave of leaked text messages initially seemed to support Blake's side, with some messages blaming the director for manipulating the media and shaping a narrative that damaged her image. Yet, the sympathy for Blake quickly eroded when a second set of messages emerged. This time, Blake appeared to be suggesting that she had powerful allies, dubbed her dragons, who were influencing everything from production edits to publicity strategies. Fans began questioning whether Ryan had become entangled by association, as his own status as a prominent figure in Hollywood could make him an unintentional target of the fallout. At this point, Marvel Studios, known for its meticulous control over public perception, became cautious. A major character like Deadpool, with its massive box office potential and beloved comedic brand, couldn't afford to be associated with off-screen drama. Even the mere hint of turmoil behind the scenes was enough to raise alarms. Although Ryan maintained a neutral public stance, offering polite support for Blake without diving into specifics, it was clear that his involvement in the controversy was starting to have consequences. For example, he began to scale back his typical enthusiasm at promotional events for Blake's project. Soon, rumors emerged that Marvel had begun to reconsider his casting, worried that any further revelations could damage the Deadpool franchise. As the controversy unfolded, comparisons to Amber Heard's situation became even more apparent. Just like Heard's case, contradictory evidence began to emerge that challenged Blake's original narrative. In Blake's case, new messages revealed that the director's alleged intrusion into her space was actually a light-hearted invitation, directly contradicting her earlier claims that it had been unwanted. Fans felt the sense of whiplash that often accompanies the unraveling of Hollywood dramas, with each new revelation adding confusion to an already complex situation. Then came the legal bombshell that pushed even Blake's most sympathetic supporters to question her credibility. Her attorney, a well-known figure in celebrity legal circles, withdrew from the case and issued a public statement that implied doubts about the integrity of her claims. This was a significant blow, as attorneys typically stand by their clients through public disputes.
But I was like just tracking him down, and then I finally got to read the script, and the script was a thriller. So that was a little confusing to me because he's like such a funny director.
Yeah.
And so I said, you know, what is this? Because the script is definitely like a twisting, turning, intense thriller. Is it a comedy or a thriller? And he said, yes. So then every day on set, I was like, is today a comedy or is it a thriller?
It's a good mix
and
of
it's
both.
like, yeah, it's like really kind of over the top and campy and trashy and fun and like, you know,
Departure echoed similar moments in Amber Heard's saga, when public trust eroded as key figures distanced themselves from her narrative. In the end, the combination of public controversy, shifting narratives, and legal challenges proved to be too much for Ryan Reynolds, leading to his surprising dismissal from Deadpool 3. It's a moment that Hollywood will remember, as it underscores how quickly a beloved star can lose everything when personal and professional lives collide in the public eye.